basics of Scratch programming. See, Scratch programming is block-based programming, and it is very easy for the kids because most of the things is available in form of blocks. You can see here, these are the blocks. Okay. This complete section is our block. Here we have one major block, that is forever, and then imagine, program, share. These are the different blocks. So we can program using different type of blocks easily, right? That's why kids can also create the program using Scratch. So basically, Scratch is used to create games, advertisements, stories. Um, you can also design static or graphics things using Scratch because it gives very interesting characters, backgrounds, color combinations. So you can design your imagination in a static way also. So let's discuss about the few things about the syllabus. So in this course, it is the duration, this course has 12 modules and the duration is 1 month. And the first 6 modules cover the different types of tools which provided by the Scratch. And after these 6 modules, we can design our programs, our activity in the form of games, advertisement, story, and all. Or you can say in the last 6 module, we have some fun projects, which is very easy to design. So let's discuss. So in the module 1, we'll discuss about Scratch overview and the sprites. So there are 2 types of sprites. We can create sprites in 2 ways. One is vector and another one is bitmap mode. So after introduction or overview, now we switch on module 2, which is based on how to create your own script. See, in the module 1, we'll discuss about predefined scripts and characters. Okay. And here you can create your own script using different characters. Then we will discuss about some custom effects like background animation and also sound and voiceover. You can record your own narrative, your own narration for your story. Now in the module 4, we'll create a game which is actually based on jumping characters. I can show you. Wait. I can show you the game. So in this game, we can see a cat jump and jump over the balls. And we also maintain the difficulty levels. And also we can increase these difficulty levels. Here you can see the score is 9 and now game is over. So this is very basic game. This is your first game you can design on Scratch. So like this, after doing this course, you are able to create this type of small games. See, in the 5th module, we create our own shapes and message broadcasting, and it is very helpful to create the stories. To create the story, we can also use custom blocks, which we'll discuss upon module 6. Now, when we try to make some games, so there are some condition which is used to run our game, which is used to give some advanced level in our game. So we can use if statement with the variables. So in the 7th module, we'll discuss about how we can create the variables and use it. And using these all concepts, we can make music maker program, solar system. You can show how a solar system works, and a simple random number generation and guess the number program. So these are what? From the module 8 to 12, these are our projects. Different types of projects, which we will discuss in the classroom during this course. So let's start with the introduction of structure. This is all about the syllabus. And now we switch on introduction part. Okay, wait. So here is the introduction to Scratch programming. But before that, we need to discuss about what is program and programming language. Okay. So in our daily life, we perform many tasks from dawn to dusk. Any task that we perform include various steps. So we complete it step by step in a particular sequence. So let's take an example. Suppose a teacher asks Kabir to bring notebook of his class from the computer lab. Since he is new in the school, so she guides him the way to reach the computer lab. She gives instructions to Kabir in the following manner. Number 1, move left from the class and go straight. Number 2, after leaving 5 classes, take a right turn. Number 3, move forward, and after leaving 6 classes, take left turn. Number 5, after leaving 3 classes, you will reach to the computer lab. So, a computer follows step-wise instruction to complete any task, which is known as program.
So now you can clearly understand what is program, and you observe the importance of sequential steps which is used to create a program. Now switch to the programming window, that is called a Scratch window, to create your new program.
So this is our Scratch window. In this window, we have 3 major sections. Number 1 is our work area. In this area, we can design our story, characters, backgrounds, and each and every element which is required for our story or activity. In this work area, we have a property window. This property window is used to describe the different category of any sprite or any other element. So here we have some default characteristic like size of the sprite, direction of the sprite, X and Y axis of the sprite, which is used to define the actual position of our character or sprite. Okay. So this is the major part of our Scratch window, and it is called the work area, where we can design our story. Now, this is the block area. Okay. Here we can use to set our block code, right? Suppose I want to move this character, this cat, 10 steps forward. So here we design our blocks. Like number one block is code will start when we clicked. So this is my first block, and I want to move it 10 steps forward. So use this move block. So this is what our block window. Here we use two code block. One is for the event, another one is for the movement. So this is what work area, this is what block area. Now this is my third section. Here we have 3 tabs: code, costume, and sound. So this area is called palette area. And in this palette area, we have 3 tabs. One is for code block, another is for the costume. If I want to change the costume, change the sprite, so we can use this costume section. Suppose I want to flip it. Okay, so you can see I have 2 sprite in form of 2 costume. I have one sprite in form of 2 costume. One is having left direction, another one is having right direction. Okay, so if I want to change the color of sprite, the size of sprite, the flipping, if we want to flip the sprite or any character, so we can use this costume section. Now another tab is used for the sound. If I want some sounds in our story, so we can use this tab, and here we can see different type of sound. If I want to add a new sound, we can use this window, and here we have different type of sounds. Okay, so this is our main Scratch window, which is divided into 3 forms. Now if I want to run this program, okay, so we have a play button. This flag is used to run the program, and this red button is used to stop my program. So if I want to run it, click on this button, and if I want to stop it, click on this button. Okay, so this is all about the basic introduction of the Scratch window. So let's start a program, a simple program. So this is my new window. And here we have a default sprite, which is a cat. If I want to remove it, use this delete button. So there is no sprite in my story. Now I want to add it. So click on this icon and go to the search option. So here we have different type of sprite. Suppose I want to add this one. So now you can see this is my new sprite. Okay. Now I want to move this sprite few steps forward. So what I need one trigger and then the action. Okay, then the animation. So my trigger is what? Click. Whenever I click on the start button, she moves few steps forward. So there are we need two blocks. One is event, another one is movement. So for event block, click on the event section and then call the when click block. So whenever I click on this flag button, my story gets started. Now the second block is motion because I want to move 10 steps forward. So use move block and here you can see 10 steps and you can also change the number of steps, say 20. Now this is my very small program. Whenever I click on the flag, she moves forward 20 steps. Okay, let's see. Again, when I click on it, she again move forward like this. Okay, and when I give it 200 steps, suppose, then you can see. So like this is what? This is the code block-based programming. Okay, block code programming. Here we have two blocks to design our program. Now, if I want to move this not forward in backward direction, so we need to write here minus 200 steps. Okay, and she moves backward direction. And if I want to move it forward, then plus 200 steps, like this. If I want to change the position of this girl, so we can use this X and Y axis. Okay. Zero and 0. So this is what? Press enter. This is what? This is the center position of our canvas. 0, 0, 0x and 0y. When I set here, suppose 50. So this girl will move on x-axis 50 steps. So the position of this girl is 50 steps from the x-axis. Now if I want to change the size of this girl, so this is my size section. Okay, so like that, you can change the size of the sprite, you can change the axis of the sprite. If you want to add a new sprite, just again click on this icon and search button and add a new sprite. Suppose this. Right? If you want to flip it, then go to the costume, click this particular sprite and then go to the costumes. And you can flip it. Go to the sprite 1 and change the size of sprite with 100. This is the default size, like this. Okay. Place them in the right position, and when you click on first sprite, then you can write the code for the first sprite, like this. And when you click on the second sprite, now you are ready to write the code for the second sprite, like this. So again, I want to move this sprite in the backward direction, or you can say in the left side. So put the minus and then the 100 steps. Now you can see. If you want to say hello to these sprites, one sprite say hello to the other, so you can use here looks. Hello. Again, set the position and run this program. Now, after a few seconds, you want to display hi from this girl's side. So click on this sprite and then again say hello or hi. And then how are you? But I want to display this hi, how are you after a few seconds, say after 1 second. So we can use here a new block code that is wait. This one. Wait for 1 second and then or 2 second or 3 second, whatever you want. Say 3 second. Then she says, hi, how are you? Okay. So set the position again for these sprite or characters and then click on. And after 1 second or few seconds, she said, hi, how are you? Okay. Now, if you want to display here, I'm fine, thank you. Then after 1 second, wait for 1 plus 3, that means 4 seconds, and say, I'm good. Now again set the position and run your program. Okay. Now, if you want to add some background, you can use any background. Suppose this beach. Right. And then click on it. Okay, so like that, you can imagine your story and use some blocks, use different blocks to convert it into the program, small program. Okay, so this is all about today's class. See you in the next class.